Thanks. This is my first Inntopia conference, and we've been using Inntopia Marketing Cloud for about 2 years now. I'm from Palmetto Dunes Resort. If you're not familiar with that, it's in South Carolina in Hilton Head Island. I'm going to be talking about how using Inntopia Marketing Cloud can build you a better customer experience. At Palmetto Dunes, we didn't have a technology problem. We actually had a data problem. All of our different operations, from golf to bike rentals to vacation rentals to slip rentals, anything you can think of, all of those businesses were using different operating systems. And we were okay with that. Actually, we celebrated that. Each operating system is unique. Each business is unique, and they needed the operating system for their business that would bring them in the most revenue. And managing bike rentals is very different from managing slip rentals, marina slip rentals, or managing vacation rentals, or even golf. They're all very, very different. So they all needed their own operating system. So in long run, we didn't really have a technology problem. We had a data problem. And that was passed on to our customers. In a sense, they were getting three different confirmation emails. They were getting emails to tell them what their bike lot codes were. And they were getting even different brand experiences from each of our businesses too. We managed all of those businesses. So our solution, and so people were confused, like they were. They didn't know that road was closed, right? So my idea came down to three main challenges to help our customers. The number one challenge was finding one central database. And that database needed to be able to integrate with all those different operating systems. It needed an API in the end that we could use. And the company would need to be willing to grow with us as well. It was important that their growth would align with our growth as we create connections and use different operating systems, that they needed to be on board with that. And in the beginning, before we found Inntopia, we thought we could build that ourselves. That was crazy. I don't know why we thought that was a good idea. It would have been probably over $1 million to maintain and super expensive, and we had to hire new staff and everything. So we very quickly put that out of our minds and found Inntopia Marketing Cloud. Our second challenge was finding the right partner to build a better customer experience. In the end, we decided we needed a resort app, right? So that person needed a ton of app development experience and knowledge. They needed extensive API integration experience. That was going to be imperative for that customer to have that good experience. And then they needed to also be experts in the constant evolution of operating systems. If any of you have ever developed an app, you kind of have to be an expert in that. And the devices have new requirements, and app stores have requirements and all that kind of stuff. We ended up going with Gallus Golf. We have a golf app currently with Gallus Golf. We've had it for about 10 years, and we've had a lot of success with it. Over 30,000 downloads of that app. So it only made sense to us to move forward with Gallus in upgrading our golf app to a resort app. That way we could retain everybody who would still had that golf app on their phones. And then our third challenge, obviously, which you have to think about before you go down the road of building anything, is will people actually use it? So we had to make sure they would use it, but in our research, we found out that, and you guys might be aware of this, but app downloads are up 23% since the pandemic. Apps actually account for 70% of all digital media time. All digital media. That means websites, that means texting on your phone, checking your email, anything you're doing, 70% of the time you're using an app to do it. And you guys already know this. Average mobile users check their devices 63 times per day. I think all of us might have already maxed that point at this point. So it made sense, but that information and data wasn't enough for me. I needed to know that our customers would actually use it. All of our customers are very unique. tennis players are very different from golf players. People that rent vacation rentals are different from people who rent a slip for their 70-foot boat. They're all kind of different people. So what we decided to do is survey all of our customers and ask them, first of all, would having an app improve your experience at the resort? And this was really important to us. Actually, before the pandemic, a long time ago, I think in 2018, we surveyed our customers. That survey, the responses we got from that survey were basically the same as when we surveyed them again last year. I'm just showing you the data from last year. An overwhelming 80% of people, we knew they had a problem. There's just too much going on. Too many different communications, too many different websites. And 80% of people said that, yes or maybe, and an app would actually help them. And then we asked them what kind of features they wanted in an app. And I'm kind of giving you the top features here. They wanted to be able to check in and check out via the app. We have vacation rentals, so they wanted to be able to just go right to their vacation rental and check in and then just leave and check out. They didn't want to have to go anywhere or get any paperwork or anything like that. They wanted, and this is obvious, they wanted to be able to order food and make reservations. That's what everybody does when they go on vacation to eat. They also wanted to be able to make and modify activity reservations, whether that's a bike rental, a canoe rental, or beach equipment, anything really. Pickleball, court rental, we had it all. They also wanted, and this was surprising, they also wanted to check the weather and the tides. When you're going to a beach resort, knowing the tides and when you can actually get maximum beach time is really, really important to people. And being able to do that in the app and even send alerts based on that was really important to folks. It's really the best time to go to the beach is now, so get your stuff together and go to the beach. They also wanted a calendar. They wanted to know what was going on. There's a lot going on at our resort, and they wanted an easy way to access all that information. They wanted to order in-house items, which might be a little challenging in the long run. In-house items like mid-stay cleans. Vacation rentals aren't cleaned every day like a hotel. They're cleaned once when you arrive, and that's it. You're responsible for doing all that stuff. So a lot of people were kind of like, well, we would like for you guys to come clean, even if we had to pay $200, $300 for you to do that. And then they wanted towels and extra stuff, like refilling their gas for their gas grill, stuff like that. And then they wanted interactive maps. Our resort is about 2,000 acres. It's quite large. There's a lot of places to go, and I don't know if you're familiar with Hilton Head Island, but there's like zero signage because we really care about the environment, which is awesome. But you're really lost, right? You don't know where anything is, and when it gets dark, you're really lost then because you don't know where anything is. So having a map on your phone that tells you where you are and where you need to go, people really wanted that. They wanted to know where the beach access points are. Strangely, they wanted to be able to route their bikes from wherever they're going, maybe even track where their kids are. So from all the information and data we collected and getting on board with Inntopia and finding a partner to build it for us, we landed on what it will look like in the App Store, like that little description. We're going to call it the Palmetto Dunes Resort app. We're going to get to the fun faster. You can read the rest of this. The gist is you can plan, book, stay, and play with the app. It's an app that anyone could use. So it's really important for us that people that didn't have any activities booked with us at all could still use the app. So you could either log in or you could skip this and use all the cool features if you were in the resort. You can find and receive important information about the resort to help plan the visit, so push notifications and stuff like that. You could easily reserve bikes, pretty much anything within the app. You could also find information about your vacation rental. People have a ton of questions when they get to their vacation rental, and or I should say they have a ton of complaints too. So we have a really super easy way for them to take a picture and send it to us. Like, you know, there's a roach on the floor. Well, they're palmetto bugs. Get over it. We just have a lot of them. But stuff like, and you'd be surprised. People take a picture of the bug and they send it to us. They're like, oh God. So, but making it super easy for them to do it anytime and to get it to our staff, whether it's a text, whether it's take a picture or fill out a form, and then find out, you know, what their Wi-Fi passcode was and stuff like that. So easy access to information. And also, obviously, a really cool map feature. Oops, let me go back. That allows them to get around the resort. And this is like, none of this has been built yet. So all these screenshots are just kind of like things I kind of put together so you guys could get an idea. The goal is for us to build the app and launch it before the summer of next year. That's, as you guys all know in the development world, that's kind of the goal, but it probably won't happen. Hopefully next year. And so we're super excited about that, and have found a great data partner in Inntopia to do that, to be able to do that.